Yes. You know what time it is. You inTUNE with inTUNE Radio. Myself, the short one. We got Dizzy D.
Hey.
We got the homie. That guy right.
Yo,
That guy.
Yo, what up?
Whoa. Hold up. Redo that.
That guy, right?
The Dynasty Boys.
Okay. COVID with the new names and all that shit.
How you been, brother? Yeah. I've been good. I've been well. Based off of whatever's going on right now, I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm all the way over here wearing my mask. We safe, 6 feet away.
Mad feet.
No, we Gucci.
Pause.
We got our guy in this week. It's going to be beautiful. I'm happy. It's going to be a
Family
beautiful
affair.
And we got a special guest in the motherfucking house tonight.
Hit him with it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to make a whole lot of noise for the incredible,
That's in the room.
the remarkable.
I can't make word for that.
You can't make those words?
I was gonna make up a word, and then the way my brain's working, it's not happening.
Make some noise for the fantastic
Fantastical.
Tinywiings.
Oh wait.
Okay, we're going to bring you in a second. We're going to start talking some topics and then grab you right in.
All right.
excited.
Let's do
excited.
this shit. All right, same as always. Shout out to the open air flea market across the street. Everybody stay safe. It is what it is. I'm gonna take my mask off, so don't get mad. Crystal clarity.
True.
Anyways, we're gonna have a good show today.
Yeah, we got homies in the house.
Got homies in the house.
You see our boy in the back right there with the camera.
Got everybody here.
B-Dice in the cut.
But you know, as much as I hate it, let's get serious for a little bit.
Just for a second.
Just
Let's
for a
turn this
little
down
bit.
just for a little bit.
Okay, so let's do a little recap of the shits of the week. Well, not even shits, but yeah, Breonna Taylor verdict came down. Long story short, with some fuck shit, the cop got charged for putting bullets in a wall and not in a person. So that's great. And that's really all I have to say about it, because I don't feel like bringing down the whole entire show.
That's true. Protect our black women.
All of them.
All of them. Arrest those motherfuckers who actually murdered Breonna Taylor. And stop putting it in the newspaper that the police killed a black woman. She has a name.
Very distinguished name.
A very distinguished name
It's
that
not
the
even a
world is
hard
saying.
name.
Yeah, the world is saying it too. So it's like, if the newspapers can't even put your name in there, then we know there's a problem.
Big problem.
But yeah, we digress.
But yeah, we digress, because we've all gone through, we've all seen the shit, we've all had to deal with it. I went off fucking Instagram and all social media for 2 days because I was like, fuck
Vex.
this.
Vex.
I just got super high. Wasted a bunch of weed, but is it a waste? Because I was high the whole time. But anyways, next fuckery of the week number 2, that nigga Daystar. I'm not calling him his stage name anymore. You are
Wow.
your fucking Daystar, you little bitch ass nigga. So the day that Breonna's shit came out, or the day after, one of the two.
Day after.
This motherfucker went on socials and was like, yo, there's a time to talk and a time to be silent. 6 p.m. or 9 p.m. PST. I'm gonna say my shit. And everybody's like, oh, what's he gonna say?
I literally
What's he
lost
gonna
my mind.
say?
Like, wow.
I was like, I'm not gonna watch it, but I'm sure I'll find it. Same way, like, I don't follow Trump, but you'd be seeing all his tweets anyways.
Yeah.
Anyway, so like, all right, cool. 9:05 comes. I see all my Twitter timeline. Everybody's like, this nigga.
Yeah.
It's a whole fucking album.
Yeah.
That's one part I'm disgusted by.
Yeah.
The second part is, I didn't personally listen to it, but I've seen like lyrical breakdowns, and this nigga's in here just toxicity of the year out here, being like, yo, why didn't you call me? I love you.
He claims he didn't do it.
I mean, he claims. Actually, technically, if you want to get specific, he never says he didn't do it. He just says what you're saying isn't true. That's how
He
you get out
says
of
you
shit.
and I know both what happened that day. So I had a long conversation with somebody about this, because I told myself I was not going to talk about this, because I don't want to talk about Tory after he did what he did. But then Daystar. Then I had to ask myself, what is it that I'm not allowing information for? So I started to look upon it. Like, okay, who is his management that told him it was okay to put out an album right now?
Independence.
Was it independent?
He is independent. Off his last album was his last one, so like he's been independent. So basically, Dr.
This was all his own choices?
Yes, he's independent artist. So basically, because even like when Quarantine Radio was going, that's why Radio was bigging him up. He's like, yo, you put all your last shit. Now you're independent. All the music you have now is good. He put his kids on his masters. So like they always get publishing. So like props for that shit. So basically in my mind, he put this out because he knows these people ain't fucking with me like that. So let me just put out something. Everybody's going to stream it or listen to it just to try to figure it out. And you're going to get a big lick off of that. And then ride into the fuckboy sunset.
You see, I just don't get it. I feel like there's a large part of me that thinks this is strategic. There's also this huge ass part of me that remembers bullets being in the girl's foot, and it's like, okay, there's nothing.
There's nothing to.
There's nothing about it. It happened, but his side says it didn't.
The most infuriating thing in the world is to like look on anything like Shade Room, Hollywood North, or not Hollywood North. Shout out to them, by the way.
Unlocked.
Hollywood Unlocked, Baller Alert, anything that they post about this shit, you go in the comments, bruh.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's almost on some like R. Kelly shit where you see like all these aunties being like, free him.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
you do realize that he would fucking take your niece and you'd be mad at that, right? But because it's other people, now you don't care. Anyways, we have a guest.
Can we bring our guest?
We should
and talk
bring a
about
guest
this?
in. She's an actual artist.
She's an actual artist and female artist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just do it.
All right, girl, let's go. Tinywiings, bring your chair up here. Let's do this. And just remember, we are live right now. If you guys want to go check us out on the chat, we are on Twitch.
Chat to us.
Twitch TV. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook right now. If you guys see us out there, just chat with us.
We're on Facebook, so like my older family can see this.
I mean, it's going down.
So I have to be hit. Fuck that. Y'all missed out. Church day's over.
How you doing, my dear?
I'm Gucci.
Oh, take this.
Yeah.
Yeah, take that. I'm going to be using this one with you. So you tell me, I'll fix that after. You tell me, what are your thoughts on Daystar and that whole thing? Like, let's take it back to the beginning, too, because you got to understand there's been, like, a lot happening with this whole thing.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm pretty much on par with what you guys are saying. It's like, people are like, there's 3 sides to every story. It's like, it doesn't really matter what sides there are. At the end of the day, Megan got shot. So I don't really know what she could have possibly done, even if she, punched him in the face. Does that warrant her being shot? No. So, like, I don't really care about the other side of the story. And the fact that you're gonna use the media against black women to promote your album is just such a dirty thing to do. Dirty. But he knew what he was doing. He knew, because here we are talking about it. So he knew what he was doing, and bad publicity is still publicity, so he ain't dumb. But
do you think he really would, like, here's my thing though. I know it's not good to talk about it like defending or anything, but like, don't you feel like this man would have like came out sooner and said something? Like, I don't know.
Dizzy,
I know.
Your questions, like, okay, how long ago did Meg get shot? Months ago. Yeah. So your question has been answered. Mm-hmm. Don't you think he would have came out? He didn't come out earlier and say shit. He waited till he did a whole album to profit off of the fuck shit that he said in said album.
Is this case going to trial? Is it going to trial?
Yes, he's out on bond.
When does it go to trial?
I don't know. I honestly don't know that. I know he's out on bond. He got arrested and charged with having illegal firearm.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what else? The bullet in Meg matched the bullet in his gun. So like the best he could say is, "Oh, your best friend shot you," or "My security shot you," which.
Either way, why'd you get shot?
Either way, that doesn't make sense. And also, B, even if I was Meg, I'd be like, so you let your security shoot me?
Yeah.
Like what? Like there's no,
it's
there's
wrong
no outs.
on every level.
Like people have all these questions like, oh, he wouldn't do this, he wouldn't that. No, it's like he did, he is doing, and it's just like when people show you they shitty, believe them.
Yeah.
I said Meg Thee Stallion probably put like her manicured finger right in his forehead and just like
and he was like
and then what did I say, Dizzy? That is not true. What I said was it doesn't fucking matter.
No, it doesn't.
And also when you start being with women that are taller than you, that's just a hazard of the game, yo. Like if you piss her off, she's gonna be like, you short little motherfucker, you.
Yeah.
And then what you say? All right, you gangly tall ass bitch. Yo, yo, that would probably hurt Actually, I'm not gonna
Anybody's
say that.
ego, yeah.
That would hurt a lot.
That's why it's so believable. It's like, she says something to push your buttons.
But like, you don't need to shoot nobody.
Exactly.
You must have been on some gangster shit. Like,
Yeah.
Yo, she probably was, but guess what? I like aggressive women. Have you ever heard of me shooting any of them?
Mm-mm.
And hey, don't look at me, Ryan. And they be saying some wild shit to me, and guess what I do? All right, cool. I'm gonna leave you with your emotions. I'm gonna dip, not respond to their shits, and guess what? They hate that.
Yeah, even more.
Oh, I didn't have to flash the blicky. Like in what argument with your woman are you being like, she's like, yo, fuck you, clean the toilet?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What? You see this? Yo,
Everyone's
dude,
like, yo, it was just a foot. I'm like,
just a foot?
yeah, like, what do you mean it was just a foot? He has bad aim, probably.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
you know
too
he
short.
wasn't exactly.
This woman-
he was aiming for her stomach, but he was way
Yo,
down low.
This woman is like well known
Yeah.
for the strength of her knees. What is connect? If her heel is blown out, you can't balance your knee. So yo, this nigga almost took out us seeing Meg twerk.
knees. Yeah, no.
That Daystar, you done. Just for that alone.
Oh,
Besides
man.
all the other shit, you almost took away Meg Thee
His
Stallion
knees.
twerking for us.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh,
we
man.
We can't be condoning this shit. And all you niggas and bitches on
The
social media
bitches who are hyped, and
being
that's
like,
my whole.
being like,
Yeah,
I
that's
know
crazy.
Tori's innocent. Oh, let's hear the other side. Y'all some fucking suckers.
Yeah.
And I don't wish harm on your family, but I kind of do. So let's see how you feel.
I'd like to point another thing out too that my sister said to me. She's like, it's funny how Megan Thee Stallion, everybody just brushed it under the rug real quick, like, oh, whatever, move on, get over it. Megan is ghetto, blah, blah, blah. She asked for it, whatever. Kylie Jenner was there that night, too. If it was Kylie who got shot in the foot,
Yo.
we would still, everybody
LA
would still
would've
be
been shut down.
crying about it. Exactly, but because it was Meg, nah, she's ghetto, who cares? So,
Bro, how many times I've seen on thing? Yo, she raps all that hood
yeah,
shit.
she's asking
I'm
for
like,
it.
what?
Exactly. Rape culture, like, oh, I wear, like, slutty shit. She asked for it. What are you talking about? Like,
What the fuck
exactly.
are you talking about?
Exactly. Nobody asks to get shot, okay? Like, unless you have a death wish, which you don't.
All right, so I didn't really
Oh my
mean
God,
for
look at
this
that cat.
to be. Yeah.
That looks like my cat. Oh my god. Sorry, that was really cute.
Hey, yo, this is the show. Windows open at East Hastings. We see all kind of shit. Yo, shout out
Yeah.
to The Nightmare Before Christmas. The bride is over there.
Oh yeah,
Shout out to
damn.
her.
They're in a full
Just
bride
going
look.
wild,
Yo.
yeah. Wow.
Hey, if you find a wedding dress, wear that shit.
Yo, I'm gonna show them on this.
Yeah, you
show them.
should.
Show them on this camera.
All right, but I didn't mean for this to become a reoccurring thing, and now it has because it's happened twice in a row.
It's so interesting though.
But Dancing with the Stars.
Wow.
Guess-
we're talking about
guess-
Baskin?
No. Oh, no. Oh, I got a whole new one. Actually, there was some shit I missed last week. First off, Charles Oakley's in that shit.
What?
Yeah, bro. Like, it's pretty fucking funny. Also, this is what my actual topic. Nelly's in there.
Oh, yeah, I seen that.
Nelly's in that Dancing with the Stars.
I seen that coming.
Shut up.
D-
And the only reason I'm bringing this shit up is my man, nigga of the year, rocked out in some black cement threes with the dancing shoes on the heel. And guess what?
I saw that.
And guess what he's
I
coming
did.
through with this next coming?
Mm-mm.
11s.
No.
Shout out to the shoe surgeon.
Oh.
Follow him on Instagram. His dope ass page. But like, yeah, he made him some fucking 11 ballroom shoes. Yo, bruh, it's beautiful.
That's hilarious.
That's all I gotta say. All right, so from one funny footwear to the other, Dizzy, not footwear, but just clothes. Dizzy, how do you feel about lingerie?
I mean, I
Alright.
love to see women in it. Yeah.
All right, cool. So if you had a special someone and she came to you and was like, "Yo, babe, I saw these are really nice," and whipped out a pair of lacy boxer briefs, maybe just some lacy briefs, maybe a banana hammock. Who knows? What would you
Who
feel?
knows?
What would you feel?
Yo, if it's like a silk boxers and things like that, I'm fine with that. It's still boxers at the end of the day.
I said lingerie, nigga.
No.
I'm dead.
No.
All right. Well, Dizzy
No
hates
disrespect, but I don't-
Dizzy hates black women because Rihanna is coming out with Fenty Men.
Stop it.
Yo, Rihanna, hit me up. I will model all them shits. I gotta work on my belly a bit and like tone up, but like, yo, I will be out there, ass out.
Listen, I don't hate black women, okay? I don't hate black.
He
I
ain't
love
taking that lightly.
all of you. Don't ever daystar me again. Thank you.
You gotta admit that joke was amazing though. Said that. I set him up. I was like, yeah, alley-oop to myself. Anyways, so since we have a woman here with us,
Holla.
Miss Tinywiings, would you ever indulge in buying your special man's some Fenty men?
No, only because I wouldn't like want to spend my money that way. It's like that's my thing. It's like I don't even spend that shit on myself. It's like as if I'm gonna pay for you to be wearing that.
That's a real question.
Like,
That's a real question. Do women buy themselves more lingerie or is it more gifts?
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. It's like I guess dudes like that stuff, but at the end of the day, I mean, it's coming off. I ain't trying to.
Okay. You said dudes like that shit.
Yeah.
As many dudes I've talked to, no guy I've ever talked to actually cares about lingerie.
Yeah, exactly. They
because guess what? We built to fuck, so.
Exactly.
Like if you showed up and you're like trying to floss the.
Yeah.
You know, I get it if I'm like showing up to your house for like the first 2 times or something.
Yeah,
but
when
like,
you're trying to put on a show and you're like, yeah, look at me, I look hot, or like, I don't know, you're trying to do some sexy
But if I'm
shit.
playing some like 2K and you run in the room and you're like, hey baby, and you're wearing something, I'll be like, girl, like you live here. Why
Why are we dressed like that?
like you can come, just stop it.
Yeah,
Anyhow.
true.
Oh yeah, D-Roxy's in this building too. D-Roxy. I mean, that guy right. Say it 5 times fast. That's the new name.
Hey.
Would you put on some lacy booty shorts for that? You would not.
No, hell no.
With all them cheeks, you would not. Pause.
That's a quick pause. Nah, I ain't gonna wear that.
Hey man, if you got it, flaunt it. That's all I gotta say. If you got it, flaunt it.
Hella hot on
That guy's
this, though,
cheeky.
Christ.
He's being cheeky.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
on girls it's hot. I mean, what you gonna do with the dudes though? Cheeky.
Yo, on the real, the most annoying and frustrating thing ever is when you buy boxers that are just too small and them hoes be riding up in your pants all day and you're constantly like, yo, I'm not trying to wear a thong, so fuck off. If I wanted to wear a thong, I just wear briefs. Do anybody wear briefs anymore? Like once you pass the age of like 6, like who the fuck is wearing briefs? But I digress.
Don't ask me.
But I digress.
And you know, we've got our special guest in the house. Make some noise for the homie Tinywiings.
Hi, hello, what's up? Pew, 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 pew. I'm gonna put my live back on. Hold up, wait a minute.
Let me get the live up in
Oh, bars. So
Hey.
when's the collab track coming?
Oh, I don't know.
Lee, I'm the best rapper you know. Stop it.
But I know myself.
You ain't shit. You ain't shit.
Yo, this guy's been doing this show with me how long? All the wicked fucking transitions and off the top jokes, and he's saying I don't got
You
bars?
ain't got bars.
Yo, wait till I get drunk, bro.
You ain't got bars.
Wait till I get drunk, he
You ain't got
said.
bars.
Anyways, it's not about us. It's about our fucking guest. Last call. You know what it is. New name, same show. So if y'all didn't know, now you know. Last Tuesday of the month, we bring in somebody doing dope shit, artists, whatever. We got the homie Tinywiings in the building. So let's get into it. And I'm gonna steal the first one. I'm gonna steal. Shout out to Miss Holiday. I'm gonna steal your question because it's how we started off every.
Oh, holla, Miss Holiday. Wish you were here.
We start off every show
We do.
or every interview with this. So for the people who don't know you and don't know who you are, can you please explain to us where you came from and how you got started? Was that close enough?
Yeah.
She doesn't talk quite like that, but good enough.
No, she's a lot more. What's up, nigga? But anyways.
But yeah, so I'm from Calgary. I just recently moved to Van. But basically my start with no.
That's the obligatory boo for Calgary I have to do every time.
Oh
it's
yeah.
mentioned.
I thought you were saying boo for my move.
No. I'm saying boo Calgary.
Yeah, that's fine. Anyways, So yeah, my like whole start with music really was with poetry first. So I'm a poet first, I'd like to say. Like, I have been writing poetry for as long as I could write, basically. I always tell people this, that I found, or that I have this poetry book from, I think it's from grade 1. And man, it's crazy that I remember writing it too. And I just was so amazed with rhymes and that you could like tell a story but rhyme it at the same time. I thought it was so cool. And so my spelling errors are hilarious, but I'm just like, wow, I was in grade 1 and I was like rhyming better than some like rappers do. Like, this is so sick.
6 years old.
Yeah, like it was crazy. So and then my brother Pick, like a lot of people know him. I know Dizzy, you know him, yeah.
Yo, shout out Pick all day. I gotta
Yeah.
say, before you continue, I do believe he has one of the best albums that dropped in Calgary. That's most definitely like one of the best. What was it?
Welcome to
Welcome to
Yeah.
Cowtown. Was it Cowtown or CJ?
It was Welcome to Cowtown. He had 2 of those, but he also had Sobriety Sucks.
Sobriety Sucks
Yeah.
was the best. Sobriety Sucks was probably the best album that anybody dropped in Calgary.
Hey.
I remember the Heart of a Lonely Soldier was
hold
on there.
Heart of a Lonely Roller.
Lonely
yeah.
Roller. Oh my God, the
Old,
ones with
old,
the
old things, yeah. That video
guys
still
don't
up.
know,
It's like 2009 or some shit. It's
Look them
so
up.
good.
Pick P-I-K.
Yeah.
Look them up. Anyways, continue.
Yeah, so that's my brother. So he was like local legend in Calgary back when like Spotify and streaming wasn't a thing. He was out on the corner hustling CDs. Everybody
Facts.
knew him. Everybody knew him. Like, oh, that's your brother outside of the clubs, like passing out CDs. So he's the OG. But anyway, he was the one who at a very young age taught me, poetry, like, or rapping is basically just poetry, but to a beat. And I was like, what? And then he just kind of showed me like you can literally put your poems to any beat and like that's rap. And I was like, so mind blown. And so I kind of always liked doing it, but I never really took it seriously or anything. And then Instagram and whatnot became a thing. And then I had some Instagram followers and stuff. And basically I like to call it bedroom rapping. So TZ and I, my best friend TZ and I, we would get drunk basically every Friday or Saturday. It would be like at the end of the week. We both like hated work, of course. So we would just have some drinks and then we would just like make stupid videos and I'd like end up just writing stupid rhymes and then I would rap them and they were not good at first, let me tell you right now. Like, yeah, maybe I'm good at poetry, but my raps were so bad. But luckily I'm very good at listening to critique and taking constructive criticism. So anyways, long story short, I ended up meeting Chetta, and then I was like, I kind of want to take my music more seriously, and a lot of people were like, yo, you're actually really good. But so I've only actually been releasing music for just over a year now, and like even hearing my first song that I dropped is like I'm exponentially better than the first song that I dropped. So I think that's a big part of being an artist, is always being open to being better, which, man, I just find that about a lot of artists. They're already like, I'm the best, so they don't want to hear that you ain't the best. But
Do you remember your first bars?
For my first song that I dropped?
Yeah, like the first bars you ever wrote and you were like,
Oh.
hey, these are bars.
Well, I don't know, because I guess, but I like it's hard to like differentiate which one were bars or which was poetry, you know what I mean? So I guess the first ones though, I guess the first ones that TZ and we made a stupid video too, and the flow is just the same the whole time, but I thought it was so sick. And it was like, YYC, we back again, we breaking hearts and taking names, I'm killing it with my best friend, something like that. And then I thought it was so cool, but it's like a minute in, it's like, oh god, she's still like rapping the exact same, and I thought I was so sick. But anyways, people were like, yo, this is so dope. And anyways, went from there and I just leveled up hard. So
Yeah, you did. Okay, now let's talk about this leveling up. So, to be honest, I've watched your rise for a while.
yeah.
I believe you were on a music video that I directed back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day, that's when I met you. Yeah.
That's when we first met, and I was like, yo, homie, come down. I want you to meet this guy. Here's a bottle of wine. You get to know each other. I'm out. And I went to work. By the time I came back, you two had the best chemistry.
I saw him recently. It's crazy.
How's he doing?
He's good. I didn't even know his name. And then, yeah, I just saw him recently. I ran into him a lot after that, and I was just like, what's up? Like,
Yeah, you guys had good chemistry
yeah,
there.
that video was sick.
Yeah, for real. Rick James by Easy
Yes,
Mac. That was the
song.
track.
Yeah.
Go ahead and look it up. You could see her. I'll actually place it as we're talking.
Yeah, that project was sick. Super, super
So like
sick.
from that point, all of a sudden you were like, I'm gonna start rap. Like, I think you hit me up like 2 years later.
Yeah.
No, 3 years later.
Yeah, it was a while after that. Like, I remember hitting up Easy Mac like I was shit. Like, being like, listen to my rap. Like, they were so lame. I actually specifically remember I had made like some corny ass rhyme on Instagram, and I played it through the speakers at Easy Mac's video shoot. You're like, what is this lame ass shit? Turn it off. And I was like, my
Was that
ego-
yours?
Yeah, it was so bad.
I said that
but,
to you?
But it was true. Oh my god, so cringeworthy.
Damn.
And so-
Yep, Dizzy being me.
yeah,
Damn,
but
my
it's
bad.
facts. Like, and I was
didn't
just
know
like,
it was you.
I was just like, oh, and then I was just turned it off, obviously. But now I look back to it, and I'm like, oh my
no.
god, like I can't even believe you guys were so nice to me. It was so bad. So like, I'm fully never. I don't know. Anyway, I just didn't
No more
understand.
of that.
Yeah, I didn't understand how much more there is to it. It's like there's layers to this shit.
So like it was 2019 was a humongous year for you.
Yeah,
Like 2019, I believe everything changed.
yeah. That's
But
like
before
when, yeah.
2019, we spoke about it earlier, you got into the paramedic game.
Mhm.
Talk to me about that.
So yeah, I always wanted to be a paramedic, and like I've always known that I wanted to be in healthcare. From when I was like really young, and everyone's like, oh, you should be a doctor. It's like, yo, chill.
Okay, so time out. So you've been saying that were you one of those kids who used to watch like the surgery channels back in the day, being like, ooh, that shit's cool.
Not so much. It wasn't like the actual surgery stuff I liked. It was like the adrenaline, like, oh my god, like I liked being where the action was. So it's like when you see sirens and stuff, I'm like, I wonder what happened, and me being the person to
Damn.
help. So that's how I kind of figured that I liked the emergency side of it more than like being a family doctor, say, or something. So since pretty much, I'd say, I think it was like grade 10, we were in phys ed and we had a CPR class, and it was a paramedic who ended up coming in and teaching us, and he taught us how to do CPR, and I was just like, whoa, this is so cool. Like, if somebody like passes out, this is what you do, and this and this and this. And he was just like, yo, like, you're actually really good at this. Have you ever thought about being a paramedic? And I was like, not really, because I've always been thinking about being a nurse, because that's like what everybody says. Oh, you're a girl, you like health, you should be a nurse.
Yeah.
Which is dope for sure. And then I was like, whoa, like, and then I looked more into it, and I was like, yeah, I totally want to do that. And so I took all my courses according to being a nurse. According to being a paramedic. So when I was 17 when I graduated high school, and then I went to what?
When he's saying he's giving you props.
Oh, I thought you were what year? Like 2010, yo. But yeah, so I went into it right away, but I was so young, and like it was just really, really overwhelming for me, and it was like you're dealing with life and death and just seeing things that like.
What was the craziest thing you think can you talk about that stuff?
I can't believe, like, so I didn't stay in it when I was 17. So, like, I did it. I finished the exams and stuff, but I was like, I haven't had enough life experience to, like, do this without, like, it really messing me up. So I finished it, but I was like, I don't want to pursue it right now. But in the back of my head, I always wanted to be a paramedic. I'm like, I'm always going to regret it if I don't just go and do it.
Yeah.
So eventually, like, one thing led to another. I had a bunch of healthcare jobs, like an optometrist, at a dermatologist and stuff, and like it was still like eating away at me, like that you want to be a paramedic. So whatever, I ended up going back to school. I redid all my courses, and I ended up becoming a paramedic when I was like 24, I guess. And yeah, it was crazy. I had like some of the best experiences of my life. I moved away from Calgary to a small town up north called High Prairie, which was like, yeah, it's like 2,000 people. And it's surrounded by 5 different native reserves. And it's like, this is real emergency medicine. In the city, when you call 911, like, there's just so many people to back you up. There's people to help you. But up there, it's like there's 2 ambulances for your whole town. And if one of them's gone and the other one's gone, you know what I mean? It's just like,
There's
real.
nobody to help you.
Yeah, and the closest hospital, this one place I worked, it was 45 minutes away. So it's like, if shit's hitting the fan, it's like you actually need to be like, what do I do? What do I do? Whereas here, it's like furthest away from any hospital you are is like 2 minutes. So it's like you're not really, you know, and there's a surgeon waiting for you. But back there it was insane. Like, you have to learn how to land stars, how to like call for planes in like crazy weather. Like, just it was so good.
So you're really weathered in the game.
Yeah, well, because I worked up north, so people that like worked in Calgary are just like, oh, that doesn't count as experience, blah blah blah. So that kind of
That's bullshit.
Yeah, so that's kind of where my downfall came. Is I lived up there and I worked up there for like 2.5 years, and then I kind of started doing the music stuff, and I loved it up there. I made a lot of friends, and I really loved the work because it was more of like a tight-knit family.
Yeah.
But I knew I wasn't going to be up there forever. It's like, I'm not trying to live in like this hick town forever. Like, there's no black people.
That's facts.
But anyway, so I ended up on a whim getting a job in Calgary, and I thought it was like the best thing ever. So I started working in Calgary, and it was just like the biggest nightmare. And it was just, the culture is so different. And I'm not trying to shit on any paramedics here, but I had the worst experience ever. And
Shit on them.
yeah, I actually fuck you. Nah,
Yeah,
'cause one
that's
of
how
them,
we do.
One of them fucked me up, and I just like don't fuck with them. Like, their train of thought is, oh, it's just another call, it's just work, it's just, they don't care.
They're not
They're-
humans.
No, and you,
They're just
but I
stats,
get
they're
it. You
stats.
can't be human to like have any longevity in this job. Like, you can't, because if you actually let every call get to you, you'll kill yourself.
Yeah, you'll
like, you
burn out,
can't.
it's
So
bad.
you just burn out. You turn into a non-human, and I'm like, that's my biggest fear. So I was like, but I still have empathy. Like, I'm still a nice person, but it's like, you stick out like a sore thumb if you're the person who goes above and beyond or actually has like emotions. It's like, and I just realized, and then one night some shit happened, and I ended up being the patient, and the dude who came,
Oh,
I still
damn.
don't know. Yeah, whatever. He basically like, and I'm a paramedic, so I know what you did to me was wrong. And so he just did some really fucked up shit that he shouldn't have done, like protocols and stuff that were very wrong, and it just like really fucked me up. And I was just like, I don't even want to be a part of this. Why am I fighting so hard? And so anyways, and in the meantime, I was making music and stuff, so I
gotta
don't-
I gotta ask because working up north as a female is not the same as anybody else who would ever go up north to get work. Like, and I've looked at the pictures of you back in the past wearing the paramedic thing, and I'm gonna tell you, if it was me living in a small town, I'd pretend to get hurt all the time, just to like, yo, bring me that.
Yeah.
No, but for real though. So how was it for you to like deal with that type of energy out there?
Yeah. I don't know, it was hard. It was like, it was weird. That's why I say I would never regret it, because it taught me so much about myself and how strong I actually am. It was like, that was the first time I moved away from home, and that I was just by myself, and just like all these new job, new place, new experiences. And it was like, well, you're on your own, like figure it out. And it just forced me to kind of come out of my shell more. But it was hard, like, it's just hard to be the only person, like,
To depend on.
well, yeah, and just a lot of things about EMS in general. It's like, oh, you're a girl. Oh, you're tiny. Oh, you're black. Like, these are all things that most paramedics are not. Most of them are men. They're
Yeah,
white
yeah,
and they're
yeah.
tall. Like, that's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
what the...
yeah, that's real.
Yeah, that's just what the look is. So,
All right,
I don't know. Yeah,
Because
sorry,
you were
go
up north, right? And you were up north in Alberta. That's a whole different level than up north in BC.
Definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that. Them some crackers, like straight up. So like, I got two questions. The first one is because long story short, like I went up north to build houses and shit, blah blah blah. It's a different story for another day. But like going up there, even going to like the store or whatever, like you saying, like because I was the only black person these people have ever seen probably.
Yeah.
So it was just like stairs ever. So like, did you ever go to help somebody and they kind of like
No.
were not fucking with you and you were like, oh, you racist fuck, I can
The-
let you bleed out or I can help you, what's
The
up?
only reason that didn't happen to me, whereas it would happen in Calgary more, is because up there it's all native people. So a lot of people thought that I was native. So
Yeah.
if they were like, if they saw white people, they would be more like that towards
Yeah.
them. But to me, they'd be like thinking I was native, or think
Yeah.
they're like, you've suffered a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
I'll be nice to you.
Hey, that works.
Yeah,
that works,
exactly.
that
So
works.
the majority of people are actually very kind. Just like, I would just like to say, man, the reserves in Alberta are like, I don't know, the
They're
government,
trouble.
it just is very
don't
sad
take
to
care
know
of
that
them.
people live like this in our own province. Like, people don't, I had no clue until I went up there, the way that people live and the things that they're subject to. It's just like, it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart, and that's all they know is because they're born into it, and it's systemic racism. Obviously, it's like let's give you some land and some money, and just make you do well enough that you don't ever leave, but you just keep reproducing the problem. And it's so sad, man. And it's like they don't know any better. And all of them are such good people.
Amazing people.
They're such amazing people, and people want to shit on them. And like in Calgary and in Vancouver, everybody's like so racist to like, aside from black people, like natives, especially in
Calgary's
Canada.
worse. Calgary's worse for that.
Yeah, and I'm
Calgary's
just like,
way worse for that.
I'm like, dude, you are like,
Everybody here is
it
an
boils
immigrant.
my blood.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like,
it boils
none
my
of us
blood.
should be here. But let's
Hold up. I got another question, though.
Another paramedic question.
No paramedic question. I just wanted to, because we're in that field, like, but when you got your time off, you said you hang out with a certain someone, and that certain someone definitely is in all your pictures. Or no, you have a girlfriend that you're always posting the most with.
Yes.
Like, I've always been curious. Who is this person? Is she like your management? Is she like your...
She's my bitch.
That's your bitch.
That's my bitch.
Okay,
That's
I will
TZ.
say. TZ, give her a shout out. What's her Instagram handle and everything?
TZ10, you can try to add her. This is what happens every time. So TZ and Amber are my bitches. We're a trio. But this is what happens. So like, I love it because I'm just like public and like everybody's like knows who I am and shit. And then they like see these hot ass bitches and they're like, oh my God. And then they go and try to add them private. They're just denying like everything. It's super funny. And they're like, well, they both get the same like friend request and they just deny. Because there's just that like element of like mystery. They don't know who they actually are and stuff. It's crazy. We're all half Jamaican, so we bless on that side.
That's what's up.
And they didn't know each other, but like it was crazy. Like I've known TZ forever since like junior high-ish, and we were super tight, and we just became really tight. How we actually met was our exes were best friends, and like crusty dusty. The only thing that ever came, the only good thing that ever came out of that.
Crusty dusty. Crusty dusty scunt, yo.
Yeah. Dirty scunt.
Yeah, dirty scunty crusty. Boy. Go wash your ass, boy.
Yeah, holla. TZ, shout out Amber.
Hey.
So so that's how TZ and I became best friends, and like bless, that's the only good thing that came out of those nasty boys. But
nasty,
anyways,
dirty, stank, ratted, can't say.
Ratted. But anyway, so we stayed tight, and so it was super crazy because Amber lived in BC, and obviously TZ and I lived in Calgary, and just every time I'm with Amber and every time I'm with TZ, I'm like, yo, you guys bring out the same part of me, but they didn't know each other. And then it was only like maybe 2 years ago that they met, and it was just like we've known each other for our entire lives. Like, so yeah, and then so we meet up and shit's wild. It's just like we call ourselves the Powerpuff Hoes or Powerpuff Gang.
Hey yo. So how long y'all been in Vancouver for?
So TZ's still in Calgary. Amber
Are you trying to move her out here?
Yeah, hell yeah, that's on my agenda.
Yeah.
But
my birthday's in a couple of weeks.
Who?
Wait, what?
What? Ours is. Mine and Amber's. That's the thing.
Yours is on the 28th.
Wait.
Hold on, nigga.
Wait.
Let her tell that shit.
Wait, what day? What month?
October
Oh, what day?
24th.
Oh, okay. Mine's November 28th. We close.
See, I got that.
Ah, boo. Fuck that shit. Get out of here.
That's right. What are you, a Scorpio?
You already know. You already know, man. I'm fucking wild as shit. I'm loyal. But
I wasn't saying nothing bad. But anyway, so that is the trio. When we come together, it's like, usually it's very short. It's for a few days, and shit goes wild. So anyways.
All right, so now that we've established your crew, now that we've established what you deal with in life, now you get into the music game. 2019, everything changed.
Yeah.
Everything changed. You
It's
became
true.
like a whole different woman, whole different vibes.
True.
So tell me, after leaving the paramedic game, you joined hip hop. Shit turned around. You started messing with artists, like you said. You started hitting up artists and doing whatever. Shows are happening.
Yeah.
Has any show stood out for you?
I mostly just like I didn't even open for people really. I was really small when I first started, so it was just like doing shows at like Junction and stuff. So the first show I ever did, I headlined it, but it was like a very small venue. So my other brother, not Pick, my other brother though, Troy, he's an artist, like an oil-based painter in Calgary, and he's insane. Check out his work, by the way.
True.
Anyways, so they started an art gallery in the basement of Junction. I don't know if anybody knows Junction, but anyways, so it's super dope. So it's basically an art gallery, and it's more like EDM, house, techno music, but they set it up so that it would be like a show for me. So everybody who came, it was for my birthday last year, so it was super dope. Obviously, it's not packed or anything. It's just like people I know and whatnot, and it was my first live show ever, and it was so much fun. And then from there, it was mostly just like doing shows here and there. They were never big. They were never opening for somebody sick. They were never anything like that. I did Wreck the Mic as a featured artist.
Yeah, I remember that. Shout out Benny Johnson, 10 at 10.
Yeah, and Ms. Holiday was there.
Yeah,
that was
true.
dope. And that was probably the last show I did. So, because then COVID, like I did a music video the next day. That was right when I started trying to do like
That was
visuals
the schoolyard thing. Okay, we're going to talk about that.
Yeah. So that happens, and then it's pretty much been until now that I haven't really had like been able to do visuals and stuff, but hopefully that'll come soon. But yeah.
So all of a sudden Ruthless drops. That really switched it up. Really switched it up.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
So Ruthless was like crazy. So yeah, Easy Mac's always been a homie, and I was just like thinking like just asking like how much would it be for you to be on a song, whatever. Like we've always been friends like since
since the video.
Visually impaired. And like he just told me like just pay for the studio time, we're homies, whatever. And I don't think he was expecting much of me, because at the time I really wasn't doing much. I can guarantee he wasn't expecting much of it.
No, he really wasn't.
Exactly. So, and I wasn't even. I was just like, but in my head I'm like, I need to make this sick. And so I like tried to find a beat that would like highlight both our voices and whatnot. And I really didn't work on the song that long, but that hook is crazy. And
Facts.
then and shout out to Cheddar. He definitely helped me with...
Cheddar!
Yeah, Cheddar. I write all my own shit, I just would like to say, but Cheddar helped me with the melody of it. So that's like, which is big, because that melody is fucking crazy. Yep. But anyway, so I had already kind of started writing it, and then we came up with that hook, and it was just like, yo, this is so good.
Game over.
But you don't know until you show other people, right? Because you
yeah.
don't know. I'm like, I hear it so many times. I thought my raps were so sick, but I felt like a lot of my rhymes were really sick, but nobody was paying attention anyways. But then this song, because the hook was so dope, I was doing so many songs and I didn't know how to make a hook. So then they just like fell on deaf ears, feeling this is boring. Like it's just you rapping the same way the whole time. And then I dropped that song and it just like went crazy. Even though Easy Mac wasn't like a main artist on it or anything, it was just like people like came for Easy, stayed for the bars, like, and just like the comments were going crazy. And I just like gained a lot of new fans from that song.
And after that, you turned right the fuck up.
Well, then I leveled up. I was like, now I can't do anything like less than like, Ruthless. It's like I threw out so many of my old songs, and I was like, man, I leveled up. Like, gotta keep it going. So now I'm always like, now I feel like I have songs that are better than Ruthless, but at the time it was like, holy shit, now I have
your
to,
monthly
like,
listeners on Spotify just like...
Yeah, it's crazy. So I like at the end of 2019, I remember like my goals were like I wanted to have like maybe 10,000 like listeners on Spotify. I wanted to like one of my songs to hit like 1,000. Like Ruthless just hit almost like 140,000 and shit, and like crazy shit like that. So I'm just like, woo, like I'm killing it.
Damn.
But
and you just moved out to Vancouver.
Yeah.
And you're like, what are your plans out here?
Just keep grinding. Like I just been making music since I'm out here. Like it's almost more of like a do or die thing. I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, okay, you moved out here. You can't be sitting around all day doing nothing. You know what I mean? So I just wake up. I'm like, need to make a dope track. So I have like all these songs I'm sitting on that to me, they're 1,000% the best songs I've ever made. And I'm really excited to share them with everybody.
You got a new album and everything coming out?
Not an album. I'm just doing the singles for now because I just feel like with the album, like shit goes on deaf ears if people aren't already listening, you know? So I'm just gonna keep dropping the singles until people are like, yo, this is crazy, we want an album. But until then, it's like really good songs get lost in the mix.
And I know this much, you really hate the comparison with you and these other female rappers.
Yes, I
because
hate
you are
it.
not anything really like them.
Hate
Yet you talk the vulgar, but you don't spit like
Yeah.
these other girls.
I don't. Yeah.
Which is true.
Yeah.
Which is true. She does it well.
I talk the truth. I talk Tinywiings, but I don't sound like anybody. Like, I really don't think I sound like anybody. Like, maybe you think my voice sounds like something, but it's like my like flow, cadence, my bars. They don't sound like anybody, and that's what I strive for. It's like I don't want people to be like, oh, Tinywiings sounds like this person. I want it to be like, oh, this person sounds like Tinywiings. It's like I don't
Facts.
understand the whole like I want to sound like this person. It's like, why? There already is that person. Like, you need to pave the way to be something different that people are like, I want to listen to this, so that's why I'm listening to it.
Yeah, we were
Like,
talking about that. If I wanted to listen to Travis Scott, I would just play Travis
I'm
Scott.
not gonna play bootleg Travis Scott. Like, this guy sounds like him. Let's listen to it. It's
Yeah,
like,
I want to
why?
listen. I want to hear your voice and be like, "Oh, Tinywiings is that? That's
exactly.
Tinywiings track."
Or you hear a song you've never heard before, and you're like, oh, it's Tinywiings has a new track.
Facts.
It's not like, who is this? Like, that's what I want.
Are you trying to do more videos in your
Yeah.
time out here?
Yeah, I'm trying to get cause like my songs are like doing good and stuff, but I don't have much like visual stuff.
No, you don't.
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to get popping. But like I was saying, right when I dropped my first music video, which was super dope, and then COVID happened. So it's like any videographer, everything. I'm like chilling at home trying to make like bootleg
Maybe we
videos
could do
and
something
shit.
soon.
Hell yeah, you know.
Yeah, you're
I'm
right.
always down.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on,
I'm gonna call that shit out. That you said that shit out from time. There was like 3 questions in a row talking about visuals, this that. I could just see this nigga getting in this shit, be like, oh. Yeah, I can hook you up. But yo,
Let's do it.
I'm gonna be the dickhead, director vibes. Let's get into the game, cause we could be here all day. You have to
True,
come
true.
back. You have
We
to come
talk a
back.
lot.
You have to come back. So let's
Hold
get into
that.
this game. Let's get into this
Hold
game. You want me to fucking say it or you can say it?
Do it.
All right, cool. So we got this game that we've been doing from time.
Games.
Pet peeves. So what happens is think of 3 pet peeves you have. 3 of them. One of them is like your number 1.
Okay.
That is your number 1. But the rest of them, it could either be lies or like lesser peeves. If you're trying to like shadow or what's like I don't know, whatever.
I know what
fuck
you
the
mean.
shit. Anyways, if you're trying to like sneak diss some people, you can put them on the lower shits. But
He's being hilarious.
three fucking pet peeves. We'll guess them, and if we get them right, you drink. If we get them wrong, we drink.
So you guess what the actual main pet peeve is?
We try to guess what
Okay.
number
You
1
say
is.
3,
Oh,
but
it's
we need to
basically
get
Family Feud,
Okay.
Petty Feud.
Okay.
If we
Now-
guess right, we don't take
Yeah,
the
if
shot,
we
but
get right, we don't take the draw. You
Okay.
take
Oh,
that.
she takes all.
You take
If
our
if
shot.
I
This
if
extra
you
cup
guys
right
get
here?
it right, then I take a shot.
This
Okay.
cup right here is where we pour all of our shots in if we get it
Oh,
wrong,
that's
and you gotta
nasty.
drink it.
it's like cake.
But we're
Oh.
going to make you drink it after the last call, so that
Okay,
you do
I was
your
gonna
last
say
call
because
right.
if y'all want me to not fuck up,
Yeah, it's cool. So 3 pet peeves. One of them's real. 2 of them is not. We have to guess it. Go.
okay.
Okay, well I'll let her think, but
No,
I just
I
wanna...
got it.
Oh, she ready?
Okay.
But time out. Can I just say time out? Because I wanted to shout out the dudes who had a whole ass crack circle going
Yeah.
on right here. Yo,
They
shout
do
out.
though. I ain't gonna lie.
Shout out to the city. This is like the 4th or 5th time I've seen that, and they
They chilling.
they really think that this is
Cops
one-sided
came,
glass.
They left. They
They out here with fucking aluminum foil and fucking pipes, just out here just doing the cracks. But anyways, back to the game.
Okay.
pet peeves.
Okay, so 3 pet peeves. Dudes who are cocky, people who chew with their mouths open, and then artists who hit me up saying let's collab with no background information.
I mean,
I know those
one
are all
is so
annoying,
specific.
right?
So
Mm.
you first.
Well, they're all pretty specific. Can I get them back again? 3.
So dudes who are cocky,
Okay.
people who chew with their mouth closed, like.
Yeah.
Or like other artists who hit you up with no context, like let's collab.
Okay, cool. So I feel number 1, number 3 are like, oh, and I'm like, you're fuck y'all. But those are definitely the worst. I feel
1 and 3.
especially as a woman, just somebody who's like worked in clubs a long time. The cocky dude who comes in the club and just be trying to spit their shit to a woman you could clearly see don't give a fuck about what they're saying. Hey, I'm trying to elaborate.
Can you pass me that San Pellegrino?
Yeah, I got
Oh, hit that shit.
Balance it out.
Yeah, a little
I
bit.
will. I'm gonna pick.
Thanks.
Shit, they're all kind of dope though. I'll pick the cocky dude, cause I hate them niggas too.
Kate, you too? You know?
All right, I'm gonna say the people who hit you up without, like, hey, let's do a collab, and they ain't serious.
got
Like
shit.
they overcharge or they do some dumb, stupid shit. Don't say nothing, but yeah, that's what I think. Pass the mic to Dorosky. Let him get his guess in.
I think it's the third one.
Same as
The
Dizzy.
artist. I think that's the artist, because the first two is pretty standard. That's everyone's pet peeve.
So we got
But the third one is super like.
So we all decided a different one.
Like
1,
real.
2, and 3. What's your right answer?
The right answer is number 1. Dudes who are cocky. Because they go into category 3. Because dudes who are cocky are the ones who hit me up being like, yo, let's collab. So,
Yo, what's a crazy collab story? Talk to me.
Where's her empty cup? Fuck all this story
Um,
shit. Where's her empty cup? You gotta give her my
empty
shot.
cup? Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, no, this is the
Wait,
game,
me?
yo.
I feel like
Yeah.
y'all
lost.
got
You
it
lost
wrong.
one.
You gotta take a shot.
No, we
Yeah,
gotta
what do you
take
mean?
one,
Where's
but
my empty cup?
you
gotta
take
go.
this one.
Oh no, because I got it right.
I got it right, so you have to take my shot.
The hell is
Not
that?
right now. Not right now.
Bah.
That's life, yo. Hey, welcome to Vancouver. This is how we live. Calgary's
Take
a
your time
different
on it.
life.
You just told everyone we're alcoholics. Thank you.
I
Yo,
was about to say, let's cut this shit right now. Let's take a little 5-minute 1-2, an actual 5-minute 1-2. We'll be back right quick. We're gonna set up some new shit.
Woo.
And we're gonna come back with
Yeah.
Tinywiings
last call.
Last call. Oh,
doing
shit's
her
going
last
down.
call.
You
Hey.
don't want to miss it.
You don't want to miss it. First last call, the new show, inTUNE Radio. You know what it is.
It is last call. Our girl Tinywiings is in the spot, and she definitely has some bars for y'all. So please listen, pay attention. It's last call. Tinywiings, do your thing. Let's
Do your fucking thing.
Hey. Bitches put my beats from the north to the far south. Niggas grit their teeth when I spit, they getting bards out. Pass me on the street and I'm making all the hearts pound, all the eyes on me, so I gotta play the part now. Yeah, raising hell, but I got a halo. No, I'm pure as fuck, I'm like a quarter pound of yayo. When he offered me that shit, and you know I had to say no. Now this nigga seeing stars like his name was Galileo. I'm here to turn the tables, build them up just like some Lego. Then I squash him like he Play-Doh, cause you know I don't do labels. Bitch, I'm trying to lay low, I'm so wet I need a raincoat when I'm dripping down the pipe. Now this nigga call me Drano. This chick hit up my man, I don't mind if she a pretty bitch. Tryna cop a threesome cause she's sick of riding little dick. Told her that I'm down, so she better get to licking it. Pussy got her sweating like she choking on some cinnamon. Every chance, know that I be taking it. I hustle hard, no I ain't no lazy bitch. No time for haters, so just fucking save it, sis. See me blowing up, cause you know that I was made for this. Everybody talking, trying to guess what side I'm on. I'm swinging both ways. Give a fuck about what's right or wrong. Told her grab a tighter thong, then I made her try it on. Now she real relaxed, like I rubbed her with some Tiger Balm. All these hoes are hella fake, but that's showbiz. All these haters talk a lot, but they ain't no shit. My ex try to threaten me with a pic that show my tits. Go ahead, I know I'm hot, I'll probably repost it. I'm tiny, but best believe that I ain't scared of nothing. Bitches keep on biting, gotta slay 'em like I'm Buffy. And these haters wanna crush me, told them jealousy is ugly. Give a shit about what they think if it ain't about the money. If it is about the cash though, call me up, you know I'll listen. Don't get it twisted, man, we strictly talking business. And you say you're on my team, okay, then you got a pitch. And why you frontin' like a baller, you ain't even got a pot to piss in.
Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo. Bow. Bow. Hey, 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 hey.
How do you feel about that?
Is there anything else to say? You're dope.
Your
Thank
ex is,
thank
your
you for
ex
coming
is-
through.
Your ex tried to frame you because you're.
Hey yo, hey bro. Honestly, I felt
just
her on that
heard
shit
part.
because like one of my exes was like, yo, I'm gonna send your dick out. I'm like,
Like,
alright,
do
cool.
it.
I'm
Like, do
alright,
it.
She'll
Okay,
probably
what?
repost
Yo, I love my dick, so
I'll
whatever.
probably repost it. Like, my tits are good. What the fuck you mean?
Yo, before we get up out of here, please give us all your handles. Give us everything that you're doing out there. Any albums coming up or anything? Talk it.
Just singles. So my next song dropping is with Mark Battles. I don't know if you know him, but he's dope. And he's my homie. So we're dropping a single on October 9th.
Okay.
7th, 9th. I'm dyslexic, so I don't know. But anyway,
You're
whatever the
dyslexic
Friday is. So we're dropping a song called Warned You. And then after that, I have these 2 crazy songs dropping with my homie, Zach P. He's super dope. That's what I posted today on my Instagram.
That's true. Those bars were heavy.
Yeah, so that's
bars
dope.
were so
yeah.
damn heavy.
Yeah, so shout out to my homie, Zach P. Zach with 2 C's. But our songs are going to be super dope. Like, they're 2 of my favorite songs I've ever made. And then from there, I have just lots of stuff coming. It's crazy. But anyway, no big album or nothing coming yet until the people ask for it.
Exactly. Well,
yeah. But my Instagram, any handle is Tinywiings, all one word, and then 2 eyes in the wings. It's not that complicated. Please get it right. Everybody spells my name wrong. There's no space in it. It's just Tinywiings, and then like Red Bull gives you wings. It's like
bird.
There's 2
makes sense.
eyes in the wings. So
Exactly.
I'm that. That's my name on everything. So
Bad. Well, thank you very much for coming through.
thank you for having
Thank you for
me.
blessing us as the first last call of our new
Yes,
name
it
and all
was
this shit.
Thanks for having me.
Shout out to everybody. Shout out to being here. Y'all the homies. Of course, you watch the show, you the homie. Obviously. Shout out to all the fans. Shout out to everybody.
Shout out to boy. It's that guy right.
That guy right.
Make sure you get it right.
Exactly. We gonna jump into a little mix with the homie, and then see y'all next week, niggas. Fuck y'all.
Thank you, Tinywiings.
inTUNE Radio.